What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. In this video I'll be configuring the best September SAT study routine for you guys. But first things first, guys, we need to have a moment of silence, okay? And the reason I'm saying we need a moment of silence is because there's a lot of test takers who are trying to take the August SAT. But as per according to this Forbes article, so many August SAT test centers got canceled and so many kids' dreams are temporarily ruined. So let's have a moment of silence for them. But before I get into the nitty gritty, guys, I want to shout out all the people who have been commenting RV31K and have been sticking to the end of the video. Thank you, guys. Bang, 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 bang. Thank you all. So as we all know, a lot of the August SAT test centers have closed down, and this Forbes article talks all about it. I'll leave the link in the description below. It literally talks about how College Board had all these test centers planned out, that they would host all these students for the August SAT, but that all basically went to the ground because of Corona, and as a result, the August SAT was almost indefinitely canceled, but not. There are still a couple of test centers still open, and students are still able to take the SAT, but most students, at least in the US, are not. And I know a lot of you guys are probably mad, sad, maybe even happy or relieved. But regardless, I know a lot of people wanted to take the August SAT but now can't. But it is what it is. And for a lot of students, I have said this in previous videos, you can either just forget about the SAT, right? And just remember that the SAT is optional, so technically you don't have to take it. And you can just focus on college applications and just not submit any SAT score and hope for the best. Because in the Forbes article, it even said that College Board has pleaded to colleges asking for them to weigh students who have SAT scores and don't have SAT scores equally. So for the first time ever, College Board is actually on our side. They are working with us. They have even vouched for us and said, hey guys, hey colleges, a lot of students, they won't be submitting SAT scores because of the epidemic. Please cut them some slack. And colleges, they've said the SAT is optional, but really we don't know how the admission officers are thinking. I know the admission officers will give some leeway for students who haven't submitted SAT scores, but in the case that, there's Timmy and Johnny, same exact person, same exact application, but Johnny has the SAT score, that's pretty good, and Timmy has a null SAT score because he didn't submit any score. Will Jimmy get in and will Timmy not get in? The person with the SAT score, will they get in versus the person without the SAT score? So that's one of the main concerns that a lot of students, parents, and College Board even has. So like I said, for the first time, College Board is actually listening to us and is actually trying to help us. Now, hopefully it works out, we don't know. But now the other group of August SAT test takers, who now cannot take the test, they're looking to the September SAT because they want to submit the SAT score. And I'm pretty sure the majority of August canceled SAT test takers, they are going to take the September SAT because if they were not worried about SAT scores and submitting SAT scores, they probably would not have signed up for the August SAT in the first place. So the majority are taking September SAT. So now let's talk about the best study routine for the September SAT, which is a month away. So now let's talk about the perfect routine for the September SAT, which is the 26th of September. So we got basically a month and a week. Alright, now guys, for the study routine, alright, this is taking into account that you're studying basically every single day from now until your SAT, which is September 26th. Now, again, school is starting, at the end of August. Like, for example, for me, August 30th, college starts. So I know you guys will most likely have school starting as well, and that could hinder your SAT studying process because, the school year is just starting. But I imagine since the school year is just starting, the workload won't be too heavy. So you should still be able to fit in this SAT study routine, and I've configured it in such a manner that it doesn't take too much of your time, so that way you still have time for schoolwork, sports, etc., etc. Actually, sports is canceled, so it's not like you're going to be playing basketball for a team or anything. Alright, so the way the study routine is going to work is basically a split between math and English, alright? Originally, I would always say do math for a couple of weeks and then do English for a couple of weeks. So say we have 4 weeks left, then math the first 2 weeks and then English the next 2 weeks. But now I recommend doing 2 hours of math on a Monday and then 2 hours of reading the next day, so like on Tuesday, and then keep alternating between math and reading. And then at the end of the week, so say you start your study regime on a Sunday, then the next Sunday I want you to take a practice test. So take the entire practice test and review your mistakes, and that'll be your entire studying for that Sunday. So let's break it down. Monday, math. Tuesday, reading. Wednesday, math. Thursday, reading. Friday, math. Saturday, reading. Sunday, full length practice test, all 4 sections. Review your answers and analyze your mistakes. And then next week, again, Monday, math, Tuesday, reading, and so on. So that's how the breakdown is going to happen. It's pretty simple to follow. It's not anything complicated. So now how are you going to study? You guys know already, use Khan Academy, right? When you're doing math, do the math practices on Khan Academy. Get 5 answers correct in a row for every single topic, and then move on to the next topic for the math part. The same thing for the reading. And for the reading in particular, guys, now I know a lot of people are confused whether just to do the subtopics or also do the passages. What you want to do is for 1 hour, you want to do the topics. So all the subtopics you see on the writing/reading section. And then for the last hour, I want you to do the actual passages, like the writing argumentative, writing narrative, reading history, reading science. So 1 hour of subtopics and then 1 hour of actual passages. So for math, you would just do 2 hours of straight subtopics. But what you can do is for the last 15 minutes, so after you're done a whole hour and 45 minutes of studying, you could do the timed mini section Khan Academy gives you for the last 15 minutes. Usually they last only 13 to 10 minutes. So you can fit that in at the end and really get a cumulative assessment for all the topics you've studied, because the mini timed assessment doesn't only cover one topic, it covers a couple of topics. So it's like a nice wrap-up thing to do. So that's really my September study routine for you guys. It's plain and simple, guys. I'm only asking for 2 hours a day, because I know you have schoolwork, I know you have homework, classwork, projects, so you can fit that in, right? 2 hours shouldn't be too much, especially since you're home anyways, so you're gonna be bored sitting at home doing nothing. So you basically have no excuse, guys. You can literally fit these 2 hours pretty easily. In fact, if you wanna go for 3 hours, then do 3 hours of math one day and 3 hours of reading the next day. And I know, guys, this may be a little intensive, so what you can do is after the practice test, right, the next day, so the Monday, if you start on Sunday, just take a break. Alright, so Sunday you take the practice test, you review your answers, then Monday you chill out, take a break, relax, watch Netflix, and then you go back to the grind. But again, it's only a month away, so if you want to afford a break, then take the break. If you don't, then don't. The worst thing you could possibly do is burn yourself out, so please manage yourself, alright? Please manage yourself, make sure you do not burn out. Make sure you stick to the study regime, because the last thing you want also is inconsistency. Being consistent is how you become successful in life. So that's my tip for you guys. That's my study routine for you guys. I hope you guys use it. Comment down RV32K if you have stayed to the end, so I know you're a real one. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, dude. Peace out, dude. Peace.